Where would you be if you had not come here?
I think I got sent away at a really good time, really. Because, like, I was starting to get into, like, more than just smoking weed. And I was starting to do acid every once in a while. And there was, like, drug dealers that were hitting me up. And I don't know that I would have been able to resist that for much longer.
Kevin, thanks for being a part of this. Tell me, where are you from?
I'm from San Antonio.
Okay, so San Antonio, are teens from San Antonio any different than teens from Kansas City or anything?
No, and I didn't realize that until, like, I got sent here. But, you know, because, like, there's people from all over the place. And so it was pretty easy just being here and then realizing I'm the same as everyone else.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, let me go to the very end of the statement. Where would you be if you had not come here?
I think I got sent away at a really good time, really. And because, like, I was starting to get into, like, more than just smoking weed. And I was starting to, you know, do acid every once in a while. And there was, like, drug dealers that were hitting me up and asking if I wanted to, like, buy Xanax or Percocets. And I don't know that I would have been able to resist that for much longer. Yeah. And so I got sent away, and I feel like at the perfect time.
Well, so, I mean, at first, you didn't like it, I'm sure.
No, it took a while for it to grow on me.
Yeah, so how long was that while? How long was it before you go, maybe this isn't a bad thing?
Right. It took probably, like, a few months for me to really see, like, everything I could get out of this place and how much it could really help me and my family. I was pretty close-minded to the change that I had potential to make. I didn't want to make the changes.
Yeah. You know? Okay, so so the drugs were an issue before him, but what drove you to the drugs that made that so much attractive, I guess?
Right. Well, I guess, like, it was just depression and anxiety, and the anxiety has been around for, like, second grade. I've always been a pretty anxious kid, and the depression wasn't... I got diagnosed with depression when I was in, like, 5th grade, and I started taking medicine for it.
Wow.
But it wasn't really bad up until 9th grade. I had just gotten out of a relationship with my ex, and also at the same time I was playing basketball, but then I got in trouble for something, and my basketball coach, I was like a starter, and then I was like a bench warmer out of nowhere. And so eventually I got tired of it, and I wasn't able to, like, work my way back up to where I was. And I was just working so hard, but I wasn't getting any recognition, and I wasn't making any progress. And so I just quit because it wasn't fun for me anymore. And so at that point, my depression was at its highest, and my self-worth was, like, at its lowest. And so I had, like, no identity anymore. I didn't know who I was because for all my life I was a basketball player.
And it was wrapped up in that.
Yeah, I was a student athlete, and all of a sudden I wasn't, you know, and I was no one. I felt like I was no one to anyone.
What did you get in trouble for?
It was something like I hit a vape, you know, and so someone offered it to me, and I was like, okay, you know, like, I didn't really think it was a big deal at the time, and then my coach found out about it, and just...
Yeah, in the bigger scheme of things, that's such a small thing.
Yeah.
But for it to knock you out of sports and set you on a path somewhere, I mean, it makes it a bigger thing.
Right. Yeah, and I just had no idea, like, what I was getting myself into when I did that.
Wow. After you started using, you beat yourself up at night when you go to sleep and think about stuff going, I shouldn't be doing this.
Right. And what really bothered me was I could see my parents and I, like, relationship falling apart in front of my eyes, and I could see that they weren't approving of what I was doing, and it did bug me, but at the same time, like, they were also bothering me, and so I, like, fully convinced myself that I didn't care about them anymore.
Wow.
And
okay, you say like they were bugging you, like, in what way? What?
I just felt like I was never doing good for them, and I felt like everything I did, it wasn't enough, because my sister, super smart, like, she gets straight A's, and they were also both doctors, And so in like school, I never felt like I could live up to what my parents did and what my sister's doing. And so like as far as academics, I wasn't doing good enough, I felt like. And then my sister was playing basketball too, and I felt like she got a lot more praise and more recognition than me. And so all of a sudden, like, I'm not even the basketball player of the family, you know. And it's like what I pride myself over is not even, like, I'm not even the best at it in the family, you know. And so
you're just getting kicked right and left.
Yeah,
it seems like.
Right, and that's where I always screwed myself over, was just comparing myself to other people, you know. And I didn't really ever look at the good that what I had to bring to the table. I didn't give myself enough recognition. Yeah.
Still hurt a little bit now?
It does, but I've learned to, like, love myself more in the time that I've been here, and, like, love the things that I have to, like, recognize what I can bring to the table and what I can do for other people and for myself.
Do you think that the drugs that you were taking were kind of to get rid of some of those feelings you were having?
Oh, for sure, yeah. Like, eventually I stopped doing it for fun, you know, and that's what it started. I started doing it because I didn't know what else to do, and I continued to do it because I had a good time doing it. But eventually it was just so much built up pain and built up problems that I didn't deal with, and I would just continue to bury them down by smoking more and more, and I just never dealt with anything until I got here.
Wow. Did you ever have some moment while you were here at Heartlight that a light came on that helped you see something that you hadn't seen before?
I learned how much I really value my relationship with other people, and I learned how important some of the friendships and my relationship with my parents really was. And I was so blind to it at home. I was so oblivious to how much I really did care about these people, you know.
So you think you were consumed in your stuff?
Yeah,
and thinking about you, and then the drugs kind of moves you further away, that you kind of lost sight of all those things?
Absolutely, yeah.
Wow. So now you're reconnected with people. I mean, God, you're just one of these fine, upstanding, great guys that I go, I mean, there's a part of me that it's hard for me to believe of you not getting along with people or even being depressed or even being anxious. Right. That's not what I see in you.
Yeah.
You think you beat it?
I think it's still a struggle to this day, and I think it's something that I've really learned to be comfortable in the anxiety that I have. Like, it doesn't dictate my day, and it doesn't dictate my mood anymore. As far as like being so wrapped up in the drug problems that I had, it hasn't been an issue for a long time.
Good. What do you get your self-worth from? What's the biggest thing that contributes to your self-worth?
What I've realized is when I was at home, it was all coming from other people. And it was from my ex-girlfriend at the time, and it was from my basketball coach and my parents. But it was just so easy to all fall apart. It was either super high or it was all of a sudden super low. Yeah. And so I'm just more aware of what I had to bring to the table now, and I'm more aware of my strengths. And so I guess I would see the things that I'm doing to help other people more often, and through that, I'm more comfortable in myself because I'm seeing people enjoy being around me and I'm helping them.
Well, I know people enjoy being around you. Yeah. I mean, everybody here loves you. You don't hear anything negative about you at all. Yeah. I mean, truly. I mean, I don't hear, and I listen well, but I don't hear one negative thing, and you and I get to be in the same group together, and I get to listen to your comments to the kids, and I go, they're valuable, and you're insightful in what you do, and so keep doing that.
Right.
Cool. Well, look, thanks for coming in and sharing your thoughts and everything. You're a stud, man. You're just a stud.
Thank you.
It's cool. Great.